Hey, my name's Alex Forster, and I'm with the Joyce Agency, and today I've got Michelle Stilley with me, and we're coming to you live from...
Oh wait, we're not live, Alex.
Oh,
But
sorry, we're not live.
that's okay. We are coming to you though from not our usual studio. We are coming to you from the women's restroom in our training facility. And we came in here specifically today because we're going to talk about the sink that you see behind us.
So what is the sink that is actually back here?
So the sink that we have built into our restrooms when we renovated this space is actually the Aer-Dec from Sloan. And so when we look at different options for hands-free and hygienic restroom wash stations, the Aer-Dec is a phenomenal product, especially when we're talking about high-end design.
So the Aer-Dec looks really cool. I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit right here behind me. Let's go through the components. How does this bad boy work? What makes this so great? I've got to know.
All right, let's start with the faucets on top of the deck.
All right, so we're looking at the components here. Michelle, I see 3 different components for this wash station. What's going on here? Walk me through. What are these things right here?
So basically, Alex, what we've done is we've taken several of the different components associated with hand washing and kind of combined them into an individual basin. So here you'll see we have the first item that you'll see is our soap dispenser, followed by the actual faucet and the hand dryer. So everything's kind of right where you need it.
Nice. That makes sense. I mean, everything's going to be close quarters. You're not having to walk to get anything. So talk to me about the soap dispenser. Anything special that we need to know about the soap dispenser?
So when you're specifying the soap dispenser, what you want to make sure that you take into consideration is that it is a foam soap dispenser, which is kind of the direction a lot of people are moving towards because foam is easier to wash off and it uses less, so it's a little more eco-efficient in that manner. But you also want to be aware that our soap dispensers are designed for our specific soaps. It's based off of the viscosity and things like that. So you can't just use any foam soap in there. You do want to make sure that you're procuring it correctly, and you can do that through various different distributors, and you can purchase directly from Sloan or from Gojo.
Okay, so we need specific soaps for this. I can't just throw anything in there. That is good information to know. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this real fast, and just so you can see the close-up here, the soap dispenser actually has a little soap picture on it, so it makes it very convenient to know what it is. All right, so good information about the soap dispenser. So now looking at the faucet, anything special about the faucet? Anything we need to know there?
So all of the different components that you see here are based off of the design style of the basis faucet for the Aer-Dec. And what's great about the bases is it comes in a variety of different heights and also some different configurations on how it functions. As you can see here, we have our solar panel option in this configuration. Also a variety of different flow rates based on the needs for your market. The other thing that's also really nice is for facilities teams, all of the components are accessible from the top. We can remove this crown, and so they can service it from here without having to get underneath the sink. So it makes it very, very user-friendly.
Nice. So essentially, if they want to figure out how to configure these faucets and stuff, is there somewhere they can go or something they can do to make their own faucet that's going to be designed for their facility?
Absolutely. If you follow this link below, it'll take you to Slum's website where you can go through some of the different configurations.
Perfect, that makes it easy. So the next component here, I'm gonna take a guess, the dryer. Tell me a little bit about this. What's going on here? What do we got?
All right, so our dryer is a high efficiency hand dryer, so it's going to dry your hands in 10 seconds or less. It has a variable blower, so we can adjust the volume of the air coming out. It also allows us on the blower itself to adjust the temperature, so we can have it warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer, which also makes it a little more efficient by being able to make that adjustment. And most importantly, it includes a HEPA filter. So for people that are concerned about blowing anything bacteria-wise into the air and having that circulate with the hand dryers, as long as it has that HEPA filter included and that it's maintained, that's not something that you really have to worry about.
Nice. So, I mean, this is awesome for a little wash station. I mean, it's keeping everything just right in one area. You're not, from what I'm seeing, you're washing your hands and you're not having to walk over to get paper towels. So almost a safety thing here. You're not getting water all over the floor or blowing all over the place. As far as, I'm not going to run the dryer right now, but you had just shown me earlier, and I'm going to show you a quick picture right here. So you can actually see that a blue light comes up, and you can see the word dry, and then you also have the logo on the hand dryer itself. So really cool features, make it very intuitive and very easy to understand for anybody who's looking at this. All right, so we've kind of gone over the components for the top of the sink. Is there anything else special we need to know about the Aer-Dec?
Yes, let's talk a little bit about the sink itself.
So we've talked about the brass on top of the sinks. Now walk me through the actual sinks. I mean, how do you go about to order one of these? Are there different configurations? Kind of, what do you need to know?
So when we look at a standard Aer-Dec, it typically has a continuous trough. So if we have 2 stations or more, you'll have one continuous sink that goes along the length of the actual sink. And they come in 4 standard dimensions and configurations. So a single unit is 30 inches, a double unit is going to be 60 inches, 90 inches for a triple station, and when we're looking at 4 stations, we're looking at 120 inches.
Gotcha. So lots of different configurations, lots of different ways we can set this up. What if something doesn't quite fit what they're looking for? Is there other options?
Absolutely. We can do custom just about anything that your mind can come up with. So if you look at our application that we did here, you'll notice it does go wall to wall from the left to the right, and we actually have 2 individual stations to allow us a little bit of extra prep space, you know, for, you know, when I've got to fix my makeup for doing these videos. The other thing that we also did is because this was an existing space, we wanted to kind of align some of the plumbing with what was here existing. So that's kind of why you'll notice our sinks are kind of spread apart a little bit. So we can customize these in a variety of different ways.
Nice. Now, I know one of the questions is going to be, what about material? What are we choosing here? Do we get choices?
Absolutely, and the world is your oyster. If it's out there, we can probably make you a sink out of that material. We typically start in our base price points with various Corian colors that are available, and they've got various different price points. As you can see here, this actually is a Corian Designer's White that we've done. But any of the different quartz materials that are out there, whether it's Corian quartz, silestone, Cambria, just about anything that's out there, you know, if we can make it fit into your budget, we can absolutely do it.
Perfect. So we're picking our configuration. We're setting it up with the faucets and stuff on top. Knowing that we have a lot of color options and different materials, what about those faucets? I mean, are those stuck in one color, or do we have color options for those too and finishes?
No, we can actually do some custom finishes for the faucets too. So whether you're looking at, you know, the infamous matte black, a polished brass, or even just a basic, you know, a brushed stainless finish, you know, there's a variety of different finishes that are available to customize that faucet set to complement the design that you're putting into the restroom.
Nice. So this comes as a whole package. We're getting everything all in one, all shipped together. Is that correct?
That's correct. So when we look kind of beyond the sink, right, we also have to select the type of panel that we have underneath, whether that's an angled panel or a vertical cabinet style panel, and the material that we want. Typically we start with the bases of stainless steel. We've had different configurations where we've powder coated it to match and complement the design of the restroom, or we have also done laminate panels to kind of tie into what's going on in the rest of the space. The other thing that you get when you open up these cases is you also have a bracket that the sink actually mounts to. So when it's shipped, you open up the case and you have a bracket that they can pull out and mount to the wall. And that's what's going to get us our iAtmos standard rating, so that we know that what's going in is definitely going to be safe for the users in the space.
Nice. So we've talked about the sink material, we've talked about the panels and all the different things, and even the troughs. Is there anything else that we need to consider when choosing an Aer-Dec?
Absolutely. There are a couple more things we want to make sure that we specify from the get-go. There are a couple different edge treatments that are available, whether you want just a simple eased edge like you see here, if you want something that's a little bit softer and rounded, or if you want a basic bevel to the edge of the sink for various different design and safety reasons. We want to make sure that we specify that. The other thing that we can make sure to include if needed is these bag hooks that are available in a dark gray or a light gray. So if we don't have a lot of extra countertop space for shopping bags or purses or diaper bags, things of those types of needs. Those are available that we can specify and include. The other thing that's available that we'll show here is the LED light that you can get for the basin of the sink.
Nice, that's awesome. Wow, that's really cool. We have a lot of different options for this. So now if I'm looking for one of these in my place and I'm trying to set it up for my place of business, seems like there's a lot of options. You know, can we reach out? How do we go about to get a hold of you guys? Will you guys help us kind of, or where does that go?
Absolutely. At this time, we have what we call our architectural worksheet for the different Aer-Decs. If you're doing something that's other than a standard size. And so please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to kind of walk you through the different selections, the different configurations and things like that.
Nice. This is a really cool product. I mean, it just makes sense and seems to be easy, everything all in one. Michelle, thank you so much for your time and coming in today. I really appreciate it. Again, if you guys enjoyed this, please feel free to reach out, let us know, leave us a comment. Also, if you have any questions, please come to thejoyceagency.com. Let us know. We'd be happy to set you up, even whether it's virtual or whether you'd like someone to actually come out to your project and take a look. We'd be happy to kind of help with any of that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for your time, and we hope you have a great day.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. Take care.
Bye.